Chapter 1 Returning from a Nightmare. You are listening at FameTV.info. Bikuj www.novelhall.com. The fastest update of the latest chapter of The Earth Man is too fierce. The afternoon sun scorched the earth, launching 9th middle school, 6th grade of senior high school. The classroom is sultry like a steamer, the students are drowsy. The teacher waved the alloy war sword in one hand and grasped the greasy specimen in one hand, hissing loudly on the podium. Look at me quickly, if you don't /T look at me, how do you know what a monster looks like? In the last row of the classroom, a teenager with messy hair suddenly woke up and screamed. Both the students and the teacher were startled. Meng Chao. Crimson sleep marks remained on Meng Chao/S face. His expression was terrified, as if he had made a long nightmare. He scratched his hair and looked east and west. When he saw the blackboard, his blank eyes suddenly solidified. The blackboard was full of dense swordsmanship, analysis of the strength and torque of the sword, the speed, angle and depth of the knife, the maximum strength of the monster /S carapace, and various intricate formulas. They are all necessary questions for the college entrance examination. There are 2 large lines on the blackboard. 50 days to fight the college entrance examination. Study hard, move up every day, raise my ball and win the world. This is my high school classroom. Meng Chao was in a trance. /T I dead. How can I go back to the 3rd year of high school and have the college entrance examination soon? It might as well be dead. Suddenly, the headache broke. Countless fragments of memory rushed into my mind like a beast of floods. What? Dragon City is dead. My college entrance examination fell out of the rankings and I was beaten by society for decades. So I became a third-rate master. On the contrary, it was my sister. The talent with different talents got Night Demon bloodline and became the legendary Night Witch. Is it the entire Dragon City? No, one of the most frightening boss-level strongmen in the whole alien world. Meow meow, what is this unfolding? Meng Chao /S 5 thunders burst. Wanting a detailed memory, the nightmare quickly dissipated, leaving only sporadic flashbacks. In a trance, a familiar face came together. Meng Chao blurted out. Teacher Yen, are you still alive? The class was silent at first, and then there was an uproar. Everyone admired Meng Chao /S courage to die, admiring the 5. Body cast. Teacher Yen Dongxing, who lectures on the Battle of the 100 Battles, is a severe demon that everyone sees. I heard that in the army were famous iron-blooded instructors. Killing monsters was as easy as chopping dumplings. Even Yen Demon dares to ridicule. I really deserve to be the first ruthless person in class 6. Meng Chao, we will bury you. The students shed tears of sympathy. Yen Dongxing /S black-faced face instantly turned red. Classmate Meng Chao, explain. His big hand pinched the monster skull specimen, and there was a murderous tone in his calm tone. Not good. Meng Chao /S pupils contracted. At this moment, his perception of murderousness is 10 times that of his classmates. Stimulated by murderousness, he quickly recognized the reality. I'm sorry, Teacher Yen, I was too tired to study last night. I just took a nap and had a nightmare. Meng Chao tried his best to capture the flashback in his mind, and said uncertainly, I seem to dream of the overwhelmingly strange creatures, all of which are particularly cruel, screaming, and flooding towards the Dragon City like a flood. We can /T resist it at all. I was shocked when my homeland was destroyed in 100 years. Then, Teacher Yen, your old man is very brave in my dream, a martyr that everyone admires. I just remembered your voice and smile in my dream, and I saw you coming as soon as I opened my eyes. Overjoyed, I can /T help myself and many more. Yen Dongxing raised his eyebrows. In your dream, Dragon City is dead, and I am also dead. He seemed to laugh. The monster /S head snapped. This. Meng Chao scratched his head. Returning from a nightmare, he has a strong desire to survive. Relax, you died without pain and very peaceful. Meng Chao did not lie. He vaguely remembered that Yen Motu was eaten by the 100-toothed giant worm Terra Crush in 2 or 3 seconds. The screams were too late to make a sound that it should be. No pain. Click. Yen Dongxing grabbed the monster /s head. Dragon City will die. It /s ridiculous. The iron-blooded instructor rushed to the crown, and his eyes were bigger than the monster. I usually don't /t talk about sneaking and slipping. I don't /t bother to take care of you in class. However, Meng Chao, what do you pretend to be in your mind to dream of the destruction of Dragon City? Let me stand against the wall, raise my head, lift my chest, lift my abdomen, poke my ass, and tell me aloud, 50 years ago, our Dragon City came to a different world. There was no coal, no oil, no electricity, nothing, only the plague raged and zombies were rampant. Was the Dragon City dead at that time? Meng Chao is embarrassed. Teacher Yen, how can you poke your against the wall? What? Report the teacher, Dragon City is not dead. Meng Chao was an agitator and instantly recovered his 17-year-old feeling. His puckered and his face was firm. After the zombie crisis, the mist came, monsters appeared, countless martyrs threw their heads and sprinkled blood, and opened an inch of survival from the teeth of monsters. Yen Dongxing continued to roar. In the first 10 years of the monster war alone, we lost 1/3 of the population. At its worst, monsters can burst into the city center every day, human beings in every mall, every community, every a fierce battle with monsters in the toilet. That you said, have we succumbed? Has the Dragon City perished? Report the teacher, we did not succumb, the Dragon City did not perish. Facing the spittle star of the jagged instructor, Meng Chao regarded death as his home. Yen Dongxing dissipated a little bit of anger and said in a deep voice. Very well, no matter traversing the otherworld zombie rampage or monster attack these crises that failed to destroy us all made us stronger. After half a century of struggle, today Dragon City has established a foothold in the outside world. Compared with the time when we just crossed, the area of the Dragon City has tripled and the population has increased 5-fold. Many citizens can reach the level of the elite special forces and the Olympic champions on the earth. The kind superior has amazing fighting power. We upgraded the ancient martial arts, restored the powerful industry, and pointed out a new technology. Longqing Tiechi stayed in the night. As long as the mist disappeared, our steel torrent will be a tiger down the mountain, bringing the glory of the earth civilization. Spilled across the whole world. How can such a Dragon City be destroyed by alien creatures in other areas, and the cruelty? Tell you, in this world, only our Earth people are the most brutal. The iron-blooded trainer couldn't t help but swear that I heard the students blood boiling. Squad leader's Waharan stood up. He has a staring eyebrow and a tall figure, and he is as tall as his name. The squad leader glanced at Meng Chao and said. Mr. Yen said it very well. The long night has passed, and the dawn of victory is ahead. Growing up in such a glorious era, contemporary teenagers should study hard and practice hard. Strive to become a superior and contribute your own strength to the rise of Dragon City in another world. How can we fear the enemy like a tiger and think about the destruction of the Dragon City all day? Of course, I believe that the timid as a rat is, after all, a very small number, and most of the students have the same idea, Dragon City will win. The Earth will win. Civilization will win. The class leader took the lead and the students were all excited. Dragon City will win. Earth will win. Civilization will win. Everyone waved their fists and shouted. The monitor is so handsome. Many girls cast their admiration on Zwaharan.as. A stark contrast, they looked at Meng Chao /s eyes naturally strange, others whispered. Meng Chao has been depraved recently and sleeps in class. You can /t blame him. Cultivation was wrong. He was seriously injured. He fell from the first in the class to the penultimate. Will you not fall? That can /T curse our Dragon City destruction. Find something. Meng Chaoan narrowed his eyes and said he had hatred against you. Think carefully. Hey, it seems like there is really hatred. Squad leader's Waharan is exactly the rival of Meng Chao /S high school era, staring at the handsome white face that was both handsome and just. Meng Chao /S head hurt, and memory fragments were coming, and a pair of pictures flashed in front of him. Meng Chao was shocked that in the nightmare just now, he fell out of the college entrance examination. As if it had something to do with the monitor. At the same time that he fell into the Sun Mountain, the class leader was admitted to a prestigious university, and soon became extraordinary, flying into the sky. But this grandson is a downright hypocrite, a real villain. When the Dragon City killed the quartet in the outside world and won all the time, Zwaharan also swelled the ship and coated it with a layer of heroic aura, to get a lot of flowers and honor. At the high school class meeting, 7 or 8 female classmates rushed towards him. Meng Chao is a person with a strong sense of justice. Envy on the spot. No, nausea is broken. However, when Dragon City collided with a real civilization outside of the world and fell into a bitter battle, this guy actually fled, causing the entire front to collapse. Zwaharan was ruled by the war court. He did nothing. He betrayed Dragon City, turned to aliens, and betrayed the secrets of the earth. What a traitor! Who is the enemy who is like a tiger? I struggled at least to the last moment, coexisting and dying with Dragon City. Sample, destroy my college entrance examination first, play hooligans at the class meeting, and finally betray Dragon City. You will never die. Like instinct, Meng Chao /S mind was full of battle plans. That he took a half step. Zwaharan was subconsciously vigilant. The squad leader said so well, it really made me too educated and moved. Meng Chao was sincere and bowed slightly. Thank you Teacher Yen and the class leader for your guidance. I have deeply realized my mistakes. I will change it. From now on, I will definitely stand firm and work hard for the Dragon City in a different world. Rise, contribute all your strengths. It is useless to say more, please see my actual actions. Zwaharan shivered. He felt that Meng Chao /S eyes suddenly became weird, and they were different from those before class. Okay, the monitor will sit down and continue the class. Yen Dongxing was not nonsense. He pointed to the corner of Meng Chao, consciously. Zhanglongshan, stand until the end of get out of class. The words Zilongzwang aroused a breath. The Longqing compulsory education system, from kindergarten to high school, has 9 piles, 0.3 lying piles, 3 sitting piles, 3 standing piles, combined with breathing methods and meditation ideas, can absorb the spirit of heaven and earth, stimulate cell activity, break through the genetic shackles, and embark on the path of extraordinary sanctification. Zhilongzhuang is the 10th pile beyond the syllabus. It is also the most difficult one to practice, not to mention high school. Even many colleges /T teach Zhilongzhuang. Only the legendary undergraduate, a sacred place dedicated to cultivating extraordinary people, can practice stingy dragon piles. Listen to the full novel at FameTV.info, direct link in the description.